What is good, YouTube? Okay, y'all. So, I have like something really daring and bold that I'm about to do. It can either go good way or it can go like a really, really bad way. But either way, I have no option. I gotta do what I gotta do. There's no other way to make this work. So, let's cue the intro.
Bruh.
All right, guys. So I have gotten over my Christmas hair, which was technically a wig anyway, my little candy cane phase. But so now I'm coming more into my winter look. This was supposed to be my winter look for like the Winter Wonderland fashion show, but for reasons I do not understand, I decided to go with the red outfit instead of the blue outfit. I guess I had designed too many blue ones that I wanted to kind of set my outfit apart from everybody else's, so I decided to wear the red. So that's how we came up with not using like the blue and silver hair for the show. And then around Christmas, I already had it in my head that I was going to go with the red and white, aka red and silver in hair, because it matches my nails. Now we are kind of at a place where I do want to do my winter look. I am getting these nails polish changed tomorrow to match the hair that I'm going to go with. I was a little bit stressed out because I wanted to order hair, but I was broke. So I knew it wouldn't get here in time when I got paid for tomorrow, which kind of was irritating. But for whatever reason, it happened. So now I'm at the point of what am I going to do? So I went to go ramshack my third room, you guys, seeing like what kind of hair I was going to do. I remembered that I had some black to dark blue to lighter blue into like a really, really light sky blue crochet hair. And I was thinking about just doing like that with some silver. Then I went to go look and I couldn't find the black to blue hair. So I don't know if it's in a box in a closet in there or what, but I'm not going to go look. I'm not. Just don't feel like it. So in the meantime, I looked through the rest of the drawers of my weave and I was going to order like the black to blue to light blue ombre hair that I usually order off Amazon, but it wouldn't get here until Friday. And that's kind of pushing it because sometimes Amazon will deliver early, sometimes they would deliver late. But I had plans for the evening and I didn't want to be stuck trying to do my hair the same day with going out to breakfast with my family and also getting this polish change done in the same day. I was really, really pushing it, y'all. But surprisingly, I don't know how, but I had this. You guys. So I'm guessing I already had a pack here. So I'm guessing that I originally used this and I only used the 18 bundle because that's the only one that's missing. And I kind of saved the 20 and 22 bundles. So I have my blue ombre hair. And then I was going to add silver to it to make it kind of like an icy look. And I realized that Amazon had that same blue to light blue and like a black to dark gray to light gray. And that wouldn't get here until next Tuesday. But upon me looking further into my stash, I also found, it looks a little rough right now, y'all, but it'll be bomb once I straighten it out. But I also had the black to dark gray to light gray ombre hair as well in a 20 and 22 inch. In a 20 and 22 inch, y'all. Like, how coincidental is that? So now that I have both of those, like, I kind of just had to figure out what the heck I was going to do for a closure. So unfortunately, I don't have a closure. I don't. But I came up with this idea, although I don't have a closure, to crochet the top of my head with some black, because both of these bundles of hair have black roots, right? So black should just blend right on in and add a little extra pop of the black to the hair, right? Because it's going to be longer than some of the ombre color. But as long as I have like the black right here in the center, it should blend in easier than I think it would. But the trick is getting this hair to cover the tracks of the quick weave and also connecting it to the quick weave without making it a separate type of thing. So here's the idea I came up with, you guys. I really want a wig cap, but at this point I don't have time to really go out and get one. So I kind of have to work with what I have right now. So I have some stocking caps, of course. So I'm going to use those stocking caps. I'm going to use my black wraps, my black hair wraps. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Black hair wraps. Use the stocking cap. I'm going to put that under the stocking cap for the quick weave portion. And then on top of the stocking cap, I'm going to put this on top of it. So I'm about to show you guys this here in the next minute or two. I kind of have to go get clocked in for work now because I waited to the very, very last minute to decide to start recording this. So now I'm like trying to get everything done. But that's what we're doing today, you guys. And like I said, this can turn out really, really well, or this can turn out really, really bad. But depending on how it goes, I may have just created something. Y'all. Fingers crossed that this goes really, really good. But we will see. I will be right back. Alright, guys. So, I don't know, like, I'm feeling kind of stopped up, y'all. It's just like weirdly stopped up. So my part is straight. Whew, excuse me. I made it that way on purpose. So if I did decide to do like a crochet, I would be completely prepared to do one, which I am. So now to define my part a little better. Oh, wow. I'm going to take my edge control. You guys know I use this She's Bomb edge control all day, every day. It just does wonders for natural hair girls like myself.
Bruh.
That made me down. since I am mostly doing a quick weave, like it doesn't have to be like super defined or anything. It just has to be crisp and clean cut. I will worry about the rest of the edges later, but we just want to make sure that we get this done. All right, so y'all see some of my crinklies, but you guys see that that's also straight down. Now I might add some more on it later, but right now, next thing I'm going to do is I have some gots to be, before I dropped it, gots to be gel.
Really, nigga?
I'm old as heck, y'all. I'm old as heck. I have some gots to be gel. I got this like little small one because I really don't use it as much anymore. When I used to do like a lot of ponytails, I used it a lot, but I haven't did ponytails in a while. So I'm just gonna reinforce a little bit. Okay, not much. Literally, not much. And then we are going to take our brush. We are going to brush that bad boy down. Just smooth that on back. Smooth that crisp and cleanly on back. Same with the other side. Y'all, like, I am legit feeling stopped up. Like, it's annoying that I feel this stopped up. It really is. Because I don't even go anywhere. Like, I'm in the house most of the time, so I don't even understand how I would have got a freaking cold. All right. So you'll see that everything is down nice and straight. And as soon as I put on my cap, it's going to be even better. So I'm just going to get these as close as I can. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to put on our stocking cap. I actually need some, I need some bobby pins, yo. I don't think I have any. Actually, I'm going to black wrap my hair real quick. So, this over here like so. And put that over here like so. I'm going to use these clips so that it just stays like nice and tightly secure while I'm trying to wrap it. Because I don't have any freaking bobby pins. Alright, y'all. Alright. We have both sides nice and tightly and secured. They're down as flat as they can be. First thing I'm going to do to go ahead and get that out the way is I'm going to take my black wrap. I'm going to go straight on to the front, right around those plaits so that they do not move out of place. The part that I'm actually going to keep in I forgot to tell you guys. Yeah, the part that I don't know why my mind just went blank all of a sudden, y'all, but the part that I was going to tell you was that I am keeping out like a small part to crochet. So it's not going to even be a big portion. It's just going to be the part as close to this parting space as possible. Just for the fact that I want it to look as flawless. But the trick is going to be covering up the wefts from the quick weave, which is going to be my challenge. But I'm pretty freaking confident in myself that I can make it work, because we got this, right? We got this. But it's definitely something new that like I would have never thought about doing. And now all of a sudden it's happening. So why do I keep having this right there? Okay. I know, y'all, I'm looking a hot mess. It gets better, I promise. I look like a mummy right now, y'all. I know, it's crazy, but I take all types of extra precautions to keep my hair away from that glue, because Brinks from back in the day knew all about getting that glue stuck in my head. And that is not something that I want to go back to doing. So, yeah. Alright, so a whole head is now covered, as you guys can see. Look, whole head is covered. My undercut does not count. Not really worried about that. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our cap after we spray with some Gostavi. And guys, notice I'm not caring about getting too close to the front. I'm just really trying to get the area that's going to have like the quick weave on it. What did I do with that cap? Oh, I dropped it. Genius. I am a genius. It is adhering to the Gostavi. Right. So I can go ahead and freaking loosen that up, because it looked crazy. I am going to do another layer on top. Not as much as the first time. That's it. And then I'm going to put my cap, my net cap on. And this is one of my good ones too, y'all. I have to order some more caps. I'm so glad that I've actually decided to do this, because it's a reminder that I need some more of these caps. So now we have both caps on. Both caps on and down. There's another one. I don't know. All right. I can loosen all of that up now. And we're gonna take our scissors. Ooh. I am making a hot mess. And we're just gonna cut off as much of this excess as we can. It does not have to be perfect. Once I pretty much have the quick weave part done, I'm going to see if I can take off part of this, or probably just lift it up and then cut as needed. I'm also going to be cutting this neck cap as well as soon as we get close to like crocheting in the closer pieces so that it looks like it is completely crocheted in. But yeah, you guys, this is our base. This is what we're going off of. This is what we're going to, and this part right here is what we're going to crochet in. So that's it. Our foundation is down. So let's go ahead in the living room and continue. All right, guys, I'm back. So, been really busy at work. Really busy. But I'm back. So I have the 22 in the gray, and then I have the 22 in the blue. I think the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to kind of layer them on each other. I'm going to start with the gray, and then I'm going to do a layer of blue, and then I'll do another layer of gray, another layer of blue. You guys get the gist. But the way that this is going to be applied is it's literally going to be applied like right on top of this neck cap. So my hope is that with the Gots to Be that I apply to it, and also the fact that there's a stocking cap up under it, that it'll easily apply to it without any issues. We can only hope, right? So that's kind of what we're going for. I don't even know how this gray got so freaking tangly, but there we go. So, of course, we're just going to measure back of the head all the way around right here and cut. And you guys, like, I'm so into my feelings right now. I don't know, like, for a lot of people that don't know me, like, I'm like this hopeless romantic. And like, I am pretty much single right now. Like, I'm pretty much single. Like, so, like, it's hard being around like the holidays, and kind of spending them by myself with no significant other. This is like the first year. This is the first year in sheesh, like 12 in 12 years, 13 years that I have had a holiday to myself as a single person. So, I mean, I have kind of gotten back to the point of being used to being by myself and being like single or whatever, but it's still really weird, and it's still really fresh, especially when I'm used to being with someone for so long like that, and then pretty much converting back to being by myself. So, like, it's a huge adjustment, you guys. And not even to say the least that now I have a whole child now. that's also something that I'm getting used to, is kind of like the co-parent structure and all of that stuff. So um like it's really different. It's really different. um I will say that I definitely do. I take advantage and I value these times that I have without the little one, because every parent knows, like, you just need a breather. You just need a breather. Time to yourself to recollect and get back to kind of being you. Not the mother version of you, not the girlfriend version of you, not the wife version of you. Just getting back to being you. And like that has been something that like I've literally been struggling with, you guys, because it's only been a year. It's only been a year since I've pretty much been away from, you know, Vern or whatever, since I made this decision um to pretty much end it. But this is kind of where I am in my life and kind of getting back used to being Brinks, and it's a huge adjustment. But for the most part, what I've been doing is pretty much keeping myself busy all the time. But I know that I need to get back into the habit of being around friends and um, doing things that are like fun and with other people, so to say, not by myself all the time, because I am pretty much by myself all the time. And I don't think that's a good habit to have. But when you're kind of in the position that I am, and I am like working 6 days a week, y'all. I work 6 days a week. So yeah, that plays like a big part in my availability, because I pretty much don't have the time available that I should to actually be able to go out and do stuff. Not saying that I would pretty much do it anyway, but like I need to. It's a must. That's kind of why I've been distracting myself with like extra work and um kind of just trying to stack money and just make a better life for myself and TK. So I'm gonna put it like this, you guys. I have like dreams, I had like goals. Like I wanted to legit do stuff to make my life better, to make my life as a family better, to make TK's life better. And not saying that we weren't in a similar space, because we were. It's just the fact of that I was more of the person to kind of make it happen. If that makes any sense. Like I would actually go for trying to make it happen. Whereas he kind of was not in that same space. So it didn't really mesh well when I was trying to do stuff and he wasn't on the same page. But that's kind of where we are with that, you guys. I don't want to go too much in depth. I feel like I should do a video kind of doing like a little overview of like why I came to this decision, but I don't know if I will or not. If I do, you guys will see it, but like it's a lot more to it than how I'm feeling right now. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's where I am right now. But I'm not gonna talk you guys' head off. Um, so this did glue pretty easily to both the net and the stocking cap. So that's definitely a plus. We are just going to keep going then. I'm going to actually do more on camera, and then I'm just going to follow up doing the remaining off camera, if that makes sense, you guys. So yeah, 18. Yeah, like you guys, I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I was supposed to go out, but I'm pretty sure that's not even going to happen, sadly. But yeah, pretty sure it's not going to happen. Person I was supposed to go out with tomorrow is talking about working overtime, and like, I understand. This is another thing. Like, I understand working overtime and working extra more than anybody, y'all. But there has to be some type of medium and some type of middle that you can come to where, like, you can spend with somebody that you're interested in. That's just like me saying it's TK's birthday coming up and I can't take off of work because I'm working extra hours and overtime. Yeah, like, that's all cool and everything, but it's his birthday. Just like, I mean, you should at least be able to take off for the holidays. Like, if you don't take off for anything else, take off for specific holidays. Now, I'm not saying take off for them if you don't celebrate it. Then there's really no reason for you to take off for it. But at the same time, like, do not let work consume your life. Because, like, if I have the PTO, I'm requesting off in a heartbeat. I'm telling you, I will request off in a heartbeat. I've already requested, like, 3 days off in my new job since I started. As soon as December hit and as soon as my PTO reloaded, because, like, I literally did not want to work. And here's another thing, you guys. So I have 2 jobs, right? The girl that hold on, disregard. I'm not even going to put that out there, you guys. I'm just going to leave it at that. I have 2 jobs. All right, y'all. So I have 2 jobs. The camera cut off on me while I was in mid-sentence. Very, very rude. But like I was saying, y'all, I have 2 jobs. And it's not about working to be happy or anything, but like, work is a part of life, so to say. I mean, and the way that I kind of see it is like, I want TK to be able to grow up, and if I happen to leave this world like before he's at an age where he can take care of himself, like, I want him to be able to do that. I want him to be able to take care of himself. I don't want him to have to struggle or anything, or need for anything. My mom did the best, was hands down one of the best mothers ever. I will never stop giving her credit for how strong she was. She had 2 of us, 2 girls, She worked two jobs. Two jobs, you guys, and I'm talking about a morning job with a second shift job, and then for a while she was doing like a second shift and third shift job. She did whatever she could to make sure that we were set. We stayed in private schools throughout elementary and middle school. And then kind of when we went to high school, she made sure that we were in the best school districts. Now, not sure if everybody watching this video is from quote unquote Ohio, which is where I live in Cincinnati. But if you guys are, then you may be familiar with the school called Hughes that is right up there in Clifton. That is the school that I went to back in high school, all the way 9th through 12th, finished off strong. And back in that time, we had a principal, Robert Cease. Really, really strict principal. Knew everybody in that school's name. Every single person, y'all. It never failed. But what I'm saying is to say, like, she literally made sure that we had the best. Even if that meant that she wasn't able to attend every recital, every dance, every school activity that we were in, she made sure that we were pretty much set for anything that we could ever want. And I mean, I did. I was quite a little upset about it. I was in my feelings for a long period of time. But it's kind of when you become a mother and you see how far you're willing to go for your children, and you're put in that position to kind of, let's say, grow up instead of living like you have no responsibilities, because now you have this whole little person or people depending on you. Like, you start to see it more from the mother perspective because you are now a mother. And I feel like that's kind of what I needed to see to understand where my mom was coming from. So I am definitely a lot more understanding. And not to say that I wasn't understanding then, because I've always been a very understanding person. Very patient, very calm, very understanding, all of that stuff. Like, that's just the type of person that I am. It takes a lot to get me upset. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, at that point in my life, like, I didn't understand. I just saw it as my mom not really being there as much. But like, I get it. I do get it. And I never faulted her for that back in the day. I didn't. But it's just the fact of you wanting so much more for your child than what you see happening or what you had for yourself as a child. So I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm getting it together, y'all. But like, I feel like this vlog was very much needed. Like, you guys are helping me get a lot off my chest right now. Like, I didn't even think about all the stuff that I kind of wanted to talk about. But kind of me growing up and getting back to like this kind of single life as a now parent and a woman, it's definitely becoming something. All right, you guys, so quick update. I am going to now actually start going into the silver. And then once I get closer to the top, I'll start back layering the blue and silver together. And then, of course, you guys know for the very, very top, it's going to be all crocheted. So fingers crossed that this works out really, really well. Be back once I am done with layering all the silver on here, you guys. What's up, guys? So this is what is left so far to crochet in for the closure part. So right away, one thing that I definitely noticed is that the texture of this hair is definitely a lot more silkier, shinier than the Kima hair that I'm going to be using to crochet in. So that does concern me a little bit. And you guys, I'm not even going to say a little bit. It concerns me a lot. But, like, we don't really have any choice. So, like, I got to do what I got to do. And I would say that I could, I don't even know what I was going to say, you guys. But, like, I could try doing something else. But, like, I literally have this little piece left. And then, of course, I don't have anything that I can use as like a closure piece for this hair, nor do I want to go on a hunt to try to buy some. So we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do, y'all. And this is exactly what we're doing. Making this mess work. And my focus with doing this is to make sure that I am getting as close to the weft area as possible to kind of hide the wefts. As long as I can get the top of the weft part, then I should be good. But I feel like it's definitely going to be a challenge for this to turn out the way I want it to. But I think that it is possible. I think that it could work. It could definitely work. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, y'all. And I'm actually going through the stocking cap as well as the black paper on my head. So we're making it work. We're making it work, y'all. But yeah, you guys, I'm definitely trying to make these pieces as small as possible because I don't want the knots to get loose and end up breaking the quick weaves cover, because that could happen. As soon as the knots get loose, they could literally display the wefts. And I do not want that to happen. Yeah, I did not even realize the video had stopped recording. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I'm doing. So I am literally looping the crochet hair up under the weft, through the stocking cap, and then knotting it to kind of cover up the tracks. So I've already separated some pieces of the crochet hair, And I'm just following this process all the way through, all the way around this base weft, just going all the way around until I have it like completely covered. And then once it's covered, I can go in and start actually filling in the middle part like I would do if I was just doing like a whole hair crochet. And then this look will pretty much be finished, you guys. I'm making sure to do smaller pieces than normal because they tighten a lot better. And the quick weave is already pretty full, so I don't want it to be like very voluminous. If that makes any sense. More than it already is. Because you guys know, as much as I love loose curls, if you stack them up with enough hair, they can definitely get pretty voluminous. And definitely trying to avoid that. I mean, overall, the black is not looking bad blended in with the this wefted hair, but you can definitely tell a difference if you look like really closely at it. The difference between the blue and silver hair versus this black crochet hair, you can really see a difference. But to be honest, I think the blue crochet hair that I had like this from like last year, I think I did this last year with actual blue crochet hair, and then it was this dark blue to light blue to even lighter blue, and I feel like the texture was the same as this wefted blue. So I did that. Yep, that knotted. Sometimes I do like to do knots like that, especially if I miss out on getting a piece of hair like I just did. All the way through. You gotta do what you gotta do, peeps. But you guys see what I'm doing, so I'm going to finish this up off camera, and then I will be back once I am completely done, y'all. Alright, guys. So I finished it. It definitely works. Like I said, you guys, the textures in the hair are a little iffy for me. But at the same time, I did what I had to do. This technique is definitely going to take some getting used to. But one thing that I do want to point out straight away is, if you're going to do this method and you're going to use the stocking cap, definitely use a stocking cap that's going to be dark or somewhere close to the same color your hair is, because once you start crocheting in the pieces, it may be really, really hard to cut that piece of the stocking cap off, and you may see pieces of the stocking cap peek through. Like, I did a good job of like covering it, but let's see if I can find, yep, like right there. There's another spot right there. So yeah, you guys could see it. But yeah, definitely good to do if you don't have a closure. I am pretty proud of it myself, especially for a first attempt in doing something new. Definitely proud of it. Overall, I love it. I definitely do. It's super late. It took like 45 minutes just to do the black crochet pieces alone, which it should not have taken that long. It should have at least took me like 15 minutes, but I was being like really, really careful of not cutting too much of the stocking cap and not cutting too much of the netted cap, because if you cut it the wrong way, then you risk losing your wefted pieces, especially while it's still drying and they're not completely like secure yet. I did notice once I cut this side was not as secure as this side was. I had put some pieces like close to the part through the net, so that side kind of stayed. But I only did through the weft and then through the net into some of the hair, but I didn't do any pieces of like through the net and through the hair directly on this side. So once I cut it, like the net part started drifting away. That's why this side looks a lot fuller with the black than this side does, because I had to add more pieces to try to secure it and get it back as close to the part as I could get it. Now I did get it as close as I could get it, but I am going to have to trim some of this hair on this side because it's definitely, it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. So I'm going to do that now. And just drag your fingers through it to try to get out like any pieces that seem like they are going to tangle. And then it also helps get out any loose or scraggly pieces to the hair that might have been cut when you were actually cutting the weft. So it's always a plus to do that. It detangles and it also separates from loose hairs. And I'm literally just going in, shedding some of the hair off, you guys. Like, you can't really notice where I cut it because it kind of blends in with the rest of the hair pattern. But you can definitely see how the hair is thinning out a bit from being like as poofy as it was. Just literally taking little snips of hair, going through each section. Like, this is a lot easier with one of those like comb type shredder things, but I don't have one, y'all, so kind of gotta work with what I got, which is these trusty scissors here. And that's what I'm doing. I'm making it work. Alright, y'all. So, like, I at least want to make this hairstyle last for at least a week. At least a week. Like, the way that this hair is tangling, I know that might not be possible, but I am going to try my best to make this hair last for at least a week. If I can help it. And I'm also trying not to put like any brushes or combs through it as well. Just trying to go as gently as I can using my fingers because I don't want to risk loosening up the wefts and making them kind of pull a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm not brushing it through like a comb or brush, yo. Because I can kind of feel it moving a little bit, but not a lot, but definitely a little bit. But I don't want to risk it. So yeah. And now that I cut that much off of that side, I kind of have to go in and do the same over here. These colors are gorgeous together, y'all. They're just like everything. Everything together. Alright, y'all. So this is pretty much the final product with the hair.
Bruh.
So, I am about to take my tire behind to bed because, like I said, I do have to get up in a minute to literally go eat breakfast with the fam. But yeah. That is where we're at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow's follow-up video with hair and nails if I did not include it in this one. And then of course you guys will get a whole outfit makeup look as well. So just stay tuned, you guys. But bye.